Hi friends, this is MD Vegan. Yeah, today, a very special day. I'm going to make an Indian salad from Ayurvedic tradition from a very great music yogi that is called Nada Yoga in India. That is the highest form of yoga and the highest form of art in India is considered music. And this yogi is called Sri Ganapathy Sachidananda, that means bliss, Swamiji, that is a priest. So it is the one who removes the obstacles and very blissful and a music yogi. This is a very great artist and he is researching the therapeutic effects on music. By getting into a meditative state, the music activates all your nerve system and heals. You can heal yourself from inside. You just sit and be focused on the music and you get into a wonderful state of meditation. And it is a very unique, and people have researched on it. Scientists all over the world have begun to research for it. And he has written a book called Nada Yoga. And for this book he got a PhD at a university. He is very famous now in India. He travels around the world and he also gives recipes from his own kitchen because he has a mission. His mission is to feed everybody. So yeah, he gives wonderful recipes too once in a while on the internet. You can look for it. It's called Putugam. On Putugam you find all these things, music and with birds. He's very nice with birds and he feeds everybody and so on and so on. It goes on. It's endless. The story is endless. Yeah, and this recipe for today is for a special day. It is an Indian god. It's called Rama. Rama, that is in our terms, in Western terms, it would be devotion. Perfection in devotion. It's perfection. And the Rama is one of the most important deities in India because of his devotion and his perfection in all things. He keeps everything in order, you know. The whole world, the whole kingdom of the world. It keeps in order. It's great. It's flawless. Yeah, perfection. And his birthday, they celebrate these birthdays. It is June 30, and they make a special salad for this Rama. And the salad is a dal salad, lentils. I show you, and it's very unique. I never knew that it existed. You can have these split yellow peas, you know, very small things. And you just soak them for 1 hour in water, you drain them, and you can eat them. Crunchy, delicious, and super healthy, of course. It's dal. And it's raw. Can you imagine? I didn't know it would exist. So this is the main ingredient. And the other main ingredient is a carrot. I just grated a carrot or two. A little bit more, of course, in the dal. Dal is very strong, yeah. The carrot is very light. And, very important too for the Indians, coconut. Also fresh coconut, just grated. Yeah, 3 tablespoons I took. And the fourth ingredient, it's 4 ingredients from salad. The fourth is cilantro. Here just a half cup of cilantro or so. I have a half bunch. I hacked it, you know, minced it, and that goes into the salad too. But before I put all these things together, wonderful things together, I make the dressing. And the dressing I show you is, I have a little variation because the Indians, they boil a lot or fry a lot in oil. And I try to do that without frying it and without oil. So oil-less, but all the same ingredients on the other hand. The oil I substitute with sesame seeds or tahini. I always do that and it is wonderful. I think it is even healthier. I don't know about the Ayurvedic effects, you know, the old Indian traditions, they know a lot. I have no idea about that. But I try. You can try whatever you like. You can replace this tahini with oil. I think two tablespoons or tablespoon of oil, a teaspoon of oil, and fry mustard seed in it. I grated the mustard seed here. Yes. And I put in salt. And I put in Asafoetida. Asafoetida, that is called hing powder. It's a famous a spice. It's very healthy. I'll tell you in a second, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. I tell you the last ingredient of my dressing, that will be chili. It's a green chili. And the Indians have that always in the Indian fast food shops, you find always the dishes, they serve green or red chili peppers with it, small ones. And sometimes they can be very hot. This one is medium. It is still hot. I split it into small pieces, into slices, and I will put that into the dressing once all these others are blended up. I won't blend these, they shall remain whole. I could put them in the salad too, it doesn't matter. And the last ingredient, so it is sesame seed, mustard seed, salt, hing powder, and chili peppers. And the sixth one is lime juice. You see, I have a lime juice a little bit here, maybe 3 tablespoons or so, 1 or lime or 2 limes. And of course I will use some water to make the dressing runny, because I have no oil, so I need to have some liquid here running, and that is a little bit water. So I put all the ingredients here in my, I have a small blending container, small one, just a little bit for the dressing here. I don't need a big blender here. Put it all in here, the sesame seed, the mustard seed, salt, and the hing powder. I don't put in the chili. Okay, the chili comes later. So it's all in, plus lime juice. You could also use a lemon. That's what the Swamiji says. Use lemon or lime. And some water. Lime is a little bit more character of the lemon. I like it a lot. So now blend it. So, maybe that is good. So you know what, if you have this tahini or sesame seed, and the sesame seed is ground, it is a little more gross. Then you have tahini is very much more dense, very more ground, more like oily almost. So if you have already the sesame seed ground, then you can always wait for a while, let it sit, so it can thicken up a little bit, and then you can blend it again, if you want to have it a little bit more creamy. But it doesn't matter really much. It doesn't really matter. So now I put the ingredients into my salad bowl. The carrots first. I have 2 cups grated carrots, ½ cup of these lentils. Indians call it mung beans. Mung Dal, not beans. Mung Dal, they call it. It is in our shops. It is called hulled yellow lentils. It's called, and they are split and hulled. So that's what we call it in our shops. And I have the coconut, ½ cup also, and a ½ bunch of cilantro, minced. So 4 ingredients. Well, a 5th one. It is the chili. The chili pepper gives a little bit more of flavor. You know, the Ayurvedic tradition, they combine the flavors. They cook according to the elements in the body and the dosha, that's the form of the body. Each body has a special form, and the mind has special forms too. And they always try to get everything in balance. And healing comes from inside, and it can begin, the body can heal itself in the mind if there is a balance of the elements. And the gunas, they call it, not precisely animals. I don't want to go deeply into that now, it's not so important. I don't want to give explanations of things I don't really know about. It's just a very, very gross knowledge, but it is enough. You don't need to know everything. You just feel it, experience it, and then you enjoy the benefits. That's most important for me in this special manner. Okay, and these ingredients, they are perfectly balanced. So, for example, the hing powder, the Asafoetida, it's called asant also, that is an old spice. It has been used since long in Mediterranean countries also, then it has been forgotten. It comes from Iran, from Persia, and from Afghanistan. And now there it grows in the fields. And in India it has been cultivated, because the Indians, they found that it has a very long tradition in healing. They know that it is good for the stomach, for the gut, and for the balance of it. And they like to have, even especially in South India, it's used because the people are mostly vegetarian, so they don't have meat, and it adds some onion-like flavor if it is cooked. If it is not cooked, it has a little strong flavor. So they cook it always, fry it in oil, and then it gets something like an onion flavor, so that full, rich flavor that what it adds to. And it balances also the vata element, that is the light element that makes you heart rush and be up, away from the earth, and that is makes you and this enhances the fire, aggravates the fire, that balances this vata. And so that is what I read in the books about it. And yes, I will try this now, because I have a very great respect for this great master yogi, and I like his recipes a lot. I always try to do them. Very glad he shares them with us. And now I blended once more this dressing. So, this is good. I tried it now, what it tastes like. Wow, wonderful. Very, yeah, I know what they're talking about. This balancing effect of, yeah, no, I remember what I read. It's in here. If you have a sweet and a sour, the hing powder can balance that. They often use it, and they thought it's very rich, wonderful flavor. Maybe you will wonder why I sang while doing my blending. That is because the Indians, in the traditional kitchen, they are always singing while cooking, because they think if your mind is balanced, then everything you do is better and more in harmony. And of course, it's important to work in the kitchen. It is very important, considered a very important work, because it is nourishing your body. So everything you do to nourish your body should be very balanced and in harmony. So they do this to attain the most sattvic, that means balanced, state of mind during the cooking process. And this is the famous mantra, it's at the beginning of the Hanuman Chalisa. This Nada yogi, Sri Ganapathy Sachidananda Swamiji, he also recommends to sing this mantra all the time. And yes, of course, I enjoy greatly singing that mantra. It is a famous mantra. You can find something on the internet about the Hanuman Chalisa, and you can also join a mantra group from him or from Yogini Kaliji. We all chant this mantra. So this is the salad. I tried before. I showed you I tried. First time I did it. Wonderful. Wow. Amazing. Thank you, Swamiji, for this wonderful recipe. Here, have a look. Looks very nice to me. I will greatly enjoy it, for sure. And I will be very happy or glad if you write your comments about this recipe and tell me what you feel about it. If you like to change something, or if you rather put the oil, the hot oil into it, whatever. I'm very glad, and if you happen to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, this is called MD Vegan, you will get another recipe every single day. And we will meet again and can develop some good, healthy cooking together. See you soon.